Has anyone ever raved about a song to you, just to listen to it and be rather disappointed? In today's video, I'm going to answer a question that I'm sure many of you have wondered about. Why do people have different tastes in music? You know, those moments when you're jamming to your favorite song and your friend or family member just gives you a weird look and says, "How can you listen to that?" Or when you're browsing through someone's playlist and you're like, "What is this garbage?" Or when you're trying to find a song that everyone likes for a party or a road trip and it's just impossible. Why can't we all just agree on what good music is? Well, the answer is not so simple, because music taste is not something that is fixed or universal. It's something that is influenced by many factors, such as personality, culture, experience, mood, and even biology. Music taste is also something that can change over time and across situations. Music taste is not just about liking or disliking certain sounds or genres, but also about expressing ourselves, connecting with others, and exploring new possibilities. Music taste is a complex and fascinating phenomenon that reveals a lot about who we are and how we relate to the world. So let's dive into some of the main reasons why people have different tastes in music and see if we can understand each other better. And maybe, just maybe, we can learn to appreciate the diversity and richness of music that exists out there. Personality. One of the most obvious factors that affects our music taste is our personality. You know, those traits that make us unique and different from each other, such as being introverted or extroverted, open-minded or conservative, emotional or rational, etc. Research has shown that there is a link between our personality and our music preference. For example, a 2015 study at Cambridge University found that people who are more emotionally minded tend to prefer mellow and sentimental music, such as soft rock, R&B, or soul. On the other hand, people who are more analytically minded tend to prefer intense and complex music, such as punk rock, metal, or classical. Of course, this doesn't mean that everyone who likes metal is a cold-hearted genius, or that everyone who likes soul is a warm-hearted fool. It just means that there are some general patterns or tendencies that reflect our cognitive style and emotional expression. Culture. Another important factor that influences our music taste is our culture. Culture refers to the shared values, beliefs, customs, and practices of a group of people. Culture shapes our identity, our worldview, and our behavior. And of course, it also shapes our music taste. Culture determines what kind of music we are exposed to from an early age, what kind of music we associate with certain events or occasions, what kind of music we use to communicate with others or express ourselves. Culture also determines what kind of music we consider to be good or bad, acceptable or unacceptable, cool or lame. For example, if you grew up in India, you might be more familiar with and fond of Bollywood music than someone who grew up in Canada. If you belong to a certain subculture, such as hip-hop or emo, you might have a strong preference for music that reflects your values, attitudes, and aesthetics. And if you live in a multicultural society, you might have a more diverse and eclectic music taste than someone who lives in a more homogeneous one. Experience. A third factor that affects our music taste is our experience. Experience refers to the events and situations that we encounter in our lives, such as our family, friends, education, work, hobbies, travel, etc. Experience influences our music taste by creating memories, associations, and emotions that are linked to certain songs or genres. For example, if you had a happy childhood, you might like music that reminds you of your family or your favorite cartoons. If you had a traumatic breakup, you might hate music that reminds you of your ex or your heartache. If you had a life-changing trip, you might love music that reminds you of the places you visited or the people you met. Experience also influences our music taste by exposing us to new and different kinds of music that we might not have heard before, or that we might have ignored or dismissed before. For example, if you have a friend who loves jazz, you might learn to appreciate jazz more by listening to it with them, or going to a jazz club with them. If you have a teacher who loves classical music, you might learn to enjoy classical music more by studying it with them, or going to a concert with them. Mood. A fourth factor that affects our music taste is our mood. Mood refers to the temporary state of mind or feeling that we have at a given moment, such as happy or sad, calm or angry, energetic or tired, etc. Mood influences our music taste by affecting what kind of music we want to listen to or avoid at a given time. For example, if we are happy, we might want to listen to upbeat and cheerful music that matches our mood or enhances it. If we are sad, we might want to listen to mellow and soothing music that comforts us or helps us cope. If we are angry, we might want to listen to aggressive and loud music that expresses our frustration or helps us vent. If we are tired, we might want to listen to relaxing and soft music that relaxes us or helps us sleep. A fifth factor that affects our music taste is our biology. Biology refers to the physical and genetic characteristics that we inherit from our parents and ancestors. Biology influences our music taste by affecting how we perceive and process sounds and rhythms in our brains and bodies. For example, some people have absolute pitch, which means they can identify or produce any note without any reference point. This might make them more sensitive and discerning when it comes to musical tones and harmonies. Some people have synesthesia, which means they can experience sounds as colors, shapes, or tastes. This might make them more creative and imaginative when it comes to musical expression and appreciation. Some people have a higher or lower sensitivity to loudness, pitch, or tempo. This might make them more or less tolerant or responsive to certain kinds of music. So there you have it, some of the main reasons why people have different tastes in music and how they can vary depending on various factors. Of course, this does not mean that we can't enjoy or appreciate music that is different from our own preference, or that we can't change or expand our music taste over time. In fact, I think that one of the best things about music is that it can surprise us, challenge us, and inspire us to discover new sounds, new emotions, and new perspectives. Music is a universal language that can transcend boundaries and connect us with ourselves and others. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And let me know in the comments below what kind of music you like and why. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.